The screens in our living rooms have always been windows into magic. For decades, the vibrant soul of Nollywood has lived and breathed through icons who gave us their youth, their sweat, their teeth, and the very best years of their lives. They built an entire cultural empire out of passion, transforming raw talent into timeless memories that shaped generations across Africa and the diaspora. We laughed with them, cried with them, celebrated their triumphs, and quoted their iconic lines like sacred scripture. But behind the glitz of the red carpets, the flashing cameras, and the applause lies a devastating, unspoken reality. The curtains have closed, the lights have dimmed, and many of these legendary faces now fight for their lives in quiet, agonizing solitude. Abandoned by fortune and tested by relentless pain. Look closely at the heartbreaking plight of veteran actress Maureen Opara Okpoko.
My name is Maureen Opara. I'm a Nollywood actress. I've been visually challenged for 4 years.
A woman whose profound artistry earned her a prestigious African Movie Academy Award nomination in 2016 for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Maureen now navigates an eternal darkness. She has completely lost her sight. For years, this blindness has stolen the colors of the world from her, leaving her trapped in a shadow. When fellow actor Onyii Alex visited her in Enugu, the video she shared shook the conscience of the nation. A frail, vulnerable legend appealing to the very industry she built for financial survival. Yet within her tragedy lies a fragile whisper of hope, because doctors confirm that with proper urgent medical intervention, her sight can be restored. How heartbreaking is it that a woman who spent her life helping us see complex human emotions can no longer see the faces of those who love her? The shadows of pain stretch even further across the industry, catching giants like Ngozi Nwosu.
My people, my fans, and my family. I know that you will not see me in circulation for some time. I've been hospitalized now for 3 weeks. Please, the thing has gone beyond my control. I need your help.
For over 30 decades, Ngozi was the heartbeat of domestic laughter, immortalized by her unforgettable, thunderous presence in the beloved soap opera Fuji House of Commotion. She was the indomitable spirit who filled our homes with joy. But joy does not shield the human vessel from decay. 10 years ago, the nation watched in shock as a frail Ngozi publicly begged for financial survival while battling severe kidney and heart-related complications. Just when we thought the storm had passed, the nightmare returned with terrifying fury. Recently, she was forced back into a hospital bed, spending 3 agonizing weeks fighting an undisclosed illness, crying out to Nigerians for 10 million naira to fund a life-saving surgery. With tears streaming down her face, she whispered words that should haunt every single one of us. She does not want to die, though immense love and financial aid from compassionate Nigerians and leaders like Governor Babatunde Fashola have offered temporary safe harbor. The psychological toll of staring mortality in the face after a lifetime of entertaining others is a burden no human should bear alone. And what of Benedict Johnson? A man who once commanded cinematic presence as a powerhouse actor and producer now lies paralyzed, struck down mercilessly by a stroke. In a video that pierced the hearts of all who witnessed it, the once energetic screen god was captured bound to a hospital bed, pleading with fans and colleagues not to let him perish in obscurity. The helplessness in his voice is a stark reminder of how quickly the table turns, how the applause can fade into a deafening silence when illness knocks on your door. Perhaps no journey in contemporary Nollywood has been as agonizingly public, complex, and emotionally heavy as that of Halima Abubakar. Since stepping into the spotlight in the late 90s and early 2000 era, Halima has poured her heart into her craft. But her recent years have transformed into an endless, punishing emotional roller coaster. Following her explosive, high-profile fallout with Apostle Johnson Suleiman in 2022, Halima entered a dark corridor of endless storms. She came forward with shocking claims of a long-standing relationship intertwined with a mysterious, debilitating illness that triggered continuous, unstoppable bleeding. What followed was a brutal sequence of hospital visits, conflicting diagnoses, and medical exhaustion that refused to grant her a single day of peace. Today, the crisis has escalated into a terrifying medical labyrinth. Halima is fighting devastating health complications attacking her brain and her spleen, with doctors diagnosing a dangerous brain tumor, demanding urgent high-risk surgery. The once vibrant, fiery actress now appears fragile, constantly forced to beg online for financial lifelines and desperate prayers just to see tomorrow. It is a slow, agonizing erosion of a vibrant spirit right before our eyes. Then there is Olu Jacobs, the absolute patriarch of Nollywood grace. For decades, he was the royal father, the wise counselor, and the comforting voice of Nigerian cinema. Today, the legendary actor is fighting a deeply silent, profoundly cruel battle far away from the cameras. Olu Jacobs is living with dementia with Lewy bodies, a devastating neurological condition that slowly, systematically steals a person's memory, rewires their behavior, and alters their very essence in ways that break the hearts of those left behind. His devoted wife, veteran actress Joke Silva, has carried an immeasurable load, bearing witness to the slow fading of the man she loves while bravely anchoring their family through the storm. To watch a monumental intellect and a cultural titan drift away into the mist of memory loss is a grief so profound it defies description. The ghosts of forgotten brilliance haunt Ifanyi Ezeokeke as well. Famously known across the nation as Ugo Save Me from his unforgettable breakout roles in the 90s, Ifanyi was an unstoppable force of charm and laughter who made the screen feel alive. But in 2020, a mysterious unnamed illness arrived uninvited, turning his vibrant life upside down. For years, medical science has stared at his case in total bewilderment. No clear diagnosis, no definitive answers. Just a relentless, agonizing health crisis that has stripped him of his livelihood and reduced his day-to-day existence to a grueling endurance test. His colleagues have rallied around him with love and frantic appeals, dreaming of flying him to advanced medical facilities in the United States, where modern science might finally unlock the mystery of what is devouring his body from the inside out. The physical price of dedication is written plainly on the broken body of Clem Ohameze. Audiences across the globe have long wondered why such a magnificent powerhouse of acting suddenly vanished from movie screens. The heartbreaking truth is rooted in a devastating accident that wrecked his spinal cord and left him completely bedridden. In 2022, facing a towering mountain of medical bills and dwindling financial resources, he underwent a major spinal surgery. In a moment of divine grace, the late Prophet TB Joshua visited the ailing actor, boosting public donations with an extraordinary personal contribution of 1.5 million naira to help settle his overwhelming debts. Yet, recovery from such catastrophic spinal trauma is a lonely, agonizingly slow mountain to climb. Even redemption comes with a heavy price, as seen in the harrowing trials of Chidi Mokeme and Jerry Williams. Chidi Mokeme, the ultimate Nollywood Prince Charming of the 90s and early 2000 era, suddenly vanished from our screens at the height of his fame. The left side of his face, jaw, and chin had surrendered to a partial stroke later diagnosed as Bell's palsy, a terrifying neurological condition that paralyzes facial muscles without any guaranteed cure. Chidi had to step away from the blinding lights, retreating into the shadows to fight a silent, grueling battle for recovery. It took immense mental grit, slow physical therapy, and unwavering resilience before control finally returned. When he made his triumphant, legendary re-emergence in Shantytown, delivering a terrifyingly brilliant performance, it wasn't just acting. It was a testament to a man who literally fought his own body to reclaim his throne. Jerry Williams, too, became a casualty of personal demons, fighting a fierce, public battle with severe drug addiction that brought his prolific career to a screeching halt and earned him an indefinite suspension by the Actors Guild of Nigeria, while multiple stints in rehabilitation centers have offered him a fighting chance. And though loyal fans and concerned colleagues continue to extend a lifeline of support, addiction remains a relentless beast that tests the limits of human endurance and grace. Amidst these tales of sorrow, we witness the fragile triumphs of survival, embodied by vibrant actress and producer Onyii Alex. Recently, Onyii took to social media not to beg, but to weep tears of profound gratitude following a successful high-risk surgery. Sharing a vulnerable glimpse of herself on a sterile hospital bed, She whispered praises to her maker for sparing her life, noting that the physical scars etched across her body will forever remind her that divine faithfulness leaves a deeper mark than any pain ever could. She reserved special tears of appreciation for loyal sisters in arms like Abube Nwagbo, Ruki Sanda, and Barbara Odo, who stood like unbreakable pillars by her bedside through the darkest hours of her trial. These stories are not mere gossip or passing entertainment. They are a solemn, urgent wake-up call to the entire society and the multi-billion naira industry these legends built with their bare hands. These actors gave us their youth, their health, and their absolute best years, turning Nigerian cinema into a global phenomenon. To watch them suffer in penury and agonizing pain when their bodies finally break down is a collective moral failure. They carried our culture on their backs. It is time for us to carry them in their hour of deepest darkness.